at something completely new without giving up any of the old. Today may be the easiest day of your marriage, because everyone will cheer when someone like me simply says your name. To all those present here today, your invitation also carries with it a promise that your support of Sarah and Kevin will be not only unbroken, but strengthened by this very moment in time. We'll now have two readings from Jill Herlow and Marion Lambeth, aunts of the bride and groom.
They say they will love, comfort, honor each other till the end of their days. They say they will cherish each other and be faithful to each other always. They say they will do these things not just when they feel like it, but even for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, when they don't feel like it at all. In other words, the vows they make could hardly be more extravagant. They give away their freedom. They take on themselves each other's burdens. They bind their lives together. The question is, what do they get in return? They get each other in return. There will always be each other to talk to listen to. There is still someone to get through the night with, to wake into each new day beside. If they have children, they can give them, as well as each other, roots and wings. If they don't have children, they become each other's child. They both will have their lives apart as well as their lives together. They both still have their separate ways to find. But marriage, made in heaven, is one where a man and a woman become more richly themselves together than the chances are either of them could ever have managed to become alone.
Kevin and Sarah, may you be blessed with love. May your admiration, appreciation, and understanding of each other foster a love that's passionate, tranquil, and genuine. May this love between you be strong and enduring and bring peace into your lives. May you live in harmony. May the honesty of your communication build a foundation of understanding, connection, and trust. May you keep each other well balanced and grounded, and always be helpful to one another in all ways. May you be blessed with a loving home that's filled with warmth, humor, and kindness. May you work together to build a relationship of substance and quality, that this marriage enriches your lives so that you are stronger, yet compassionate, and always complement one another. May you know and receive respect from each other, remain true to your personal values and joint promises, acknowledge the need to compromise, and give each other room to fulfill both your individual and shared dreams. May your lives be blessed with the art and beauty of this world. May your aspirations find expression and your experiences bring you enlightenment and fulfillment. May you be blessed with wisdom and understand that neither of you is perfect. You are both subject to human limitations and frailties. May your love strengthen when you fall short of the other's expectations, and may you be the steadfast strength for the other in times of need and sorrow. May laughter continue to enliven your relationship. May you experience happiness, but more importantly, that your hearts be continually filled with the joy in this union of your lives. May you always be the best of friends, and may you always be better together than either of you are apart.
Now, usually when I tell people that I'm a wedding officiant, I get one of two responses. Those look somewhat surprised as if this is an odd thing to have on a resume, and those like Sarah who file this piece of information away for later use. I like that latter group a lot more. My charge today is simple: to speak eloquently, to make it personal, to offer some advice on marriage, and don't forget that I'm the main thing standing between all of us and a great party. Now, I asked Kevin and Sarah each to write down what they like about the other person, and I got two most heartfelt emails from each of them. Kevin wrote about Sarah. She tells me each day how much she loves me. After we arrive to work, she always leans over to give me a kiss before we depart for our separate offices. The love and compassion she shows to others who are the most in need. Her passion for life and how she fully embraces every last little detail and aspect of each moment. That she accepts Kevin unconditionally for who he is. that she's an Ohio State fan who he actually loves and enjoys having around. That she sets very high values and expectations and doesn't waver in the face of peer pressure or difficult decisions, and that she makes him a better person every day. She has a deep love for her family and friends. Because of Kevin, she even attempted to ski, even though she hates the snow and the cold. She was doing really well until he mistakenly took her from the bunny slopes to the top of the mountain. She's Kevin's biggest supporter, even in his worst moments. She dances at home as if we're still in college and out with her best friend, Katie. She is beautiful in every sense of the word, and her humanity permeates the core of her being. Sarah wrote about Kevin. Kevin makes me laugh every day. He has a quirky sense of humor that always gets me smiling. He's extremely forgiving and patient. Despite dark brown hair, Sarah has many blonde moments and can get easily frustrated with herself, but Kevin is always there to encourage her and make her feel better. He's so considerate and not just of me. He's always thinking of others and making choices to benefit the greater good. He challenges Sarah to be a better person and is so supportive of who she is, but also helps her grow by pointing out a different perspective when she's making grand statements or coming to a quick conclusion. He is so intelligent and deeply thoughtful. I learn new things from him every day, and he helps me to better understand anything from the mortgage to the news. He helps me live life fully. Kevin loves traveling, experiencing new things, and meeting new people. I would never take so many risks or try new things and go to new places if I didn't have his encouragement. He wants me to be the best me, and never stands in the way of my ambition or interests, and fully supports even my craziest ideas. Everything about him complements everything about Sarah. They're not exactly the same and they're not exact opposites, but they balance each other so well it allows them to live their lives in the best way they can imagine. Now, I personally don't usually do pre-marriage counseling sessions with the couples, but a night of conversation over pizza with me and my wife told us that Sarah and Kevin would be just fine together. Because we all have a background in higher education, which is what first brought Sarah into our lives, it was easy to draw some parallels to marriage and student development theory. There's a lot of support, there's a lot of challenge, and sometimes you have to push the other person through a vector so they can be a better version of themselves. Now, our fellow student affairs professionals in the audience might be the only ones laughing, but it's only because they've been there too. Advice on marriage often comes in different forms, and a recent lecture that had nothing to do with the institution of marriage offered up some of what I was looking for Kevin and Sarah. The speaker challenged the audience to shift their focus from the immediate to the important. Kevin and Sarah, it's easy to get caught up in day-to-day tasks, so make sure to make room for what matters most to both of you. There will always be to-do lists, email to respond to, or a pile of laundry or ironing, but it may be more important in that moment to make sure you stay caught up on your favorite TV shows, or just to make dinner plans with dear friends. Don't just find that time, make time. The speaker also cited a lack of decency, sacrifice, and hope in our global community. As a married couple, keep this in your hearts too. Be decent to each other, sacrifice for each other, and hope with each other. Marriage is not a competition, so don't keep score. Of all the things you'll give to one another in the years to come, never miss an opportunity to give the benefit of the doubt. A man I admire was once asked what he thought was the secret to happiness, and he answered simply, to serve others. In a marriage, that idea holds merit, not in a subservient way, but to care for each other and for those around you. You've undoubtedly found ways to bring a light to each other's days. Continue that service to each other as you live as husband and wife. But perhaps the simplest thought came from one of my favorite storytellers, who said that marriage requires simply two things: adaptability and a leap of imagination. So Sarah and Kevin, are you ready to jump together? Okay. Sarah and Kevin have prepared their own vows, which they'll now share with each other.
Kevin, I vow to help you live life to the fullest, to always give you the benefit of the doubt, to have the patience that a partnership demands, and to give you head scratches for the rest of our lives. I vow to go on infinite adventures with you, to make decisions with our best interest at heart, to pack your lunch for work every day, and to care for you until the very end. I vow to never hold a grudge, to support you when it's easy and when it isn't, to always look at you with love and admiration, and to make my home wherever our lives take us. I vow to be thankful for everything that you bring to this partnership, and to cherish every day we have together. I vow to love you for the rest of my life.
Sarah, I'm amazed every day by the amount of joy and grace you bring to this world. You make the most of each moment, and as your husband, I cannot wait to share in this for the rest of our lives. I vow to treat you as an equal and partner in all things, always with unconditional respect and love. I vow to have the patience that love demands, to speak when words are needed, and to share in the silence when they are not. I vow to keep an open mind and perspective, to learn from and teach one another, and value our differences as well as common grounds. I vow to be your friend, partner, and lover, to support you and care for you in all circumstances for as long as I live. You make me feel more loved than I thought possible, and to call you my wife and partner is a privilege and honor that I promise to eternally carry.
Can we have the rings? This ring is a visible sign
This ring is a visible sign
of the inward and spiritual bond
of the inward and spiritual bond
that unites our two hearts.
that unites our two hearts.
Everything in my past has prepared me to be with you.
Everything in my past has prepared me to be with you.
All that is and all that is to be, I share with you.
All that is and all that is to be, I share with you.
Let this ring, which has no beginning or end,
Let this ring, that has no beginning or no end,
stand as a token for my never-ending love and devotion.
Stand as a token for my never-ending love and devotion.
As Kevin and Sarah prepare to join lives, it's important to understand that everyone present has played a part in shaping their characters and will play a vital role in their continuing lives. And thus, we all are here not only to witness their vows to each other, but also to bestow our blessing. I ask all present, do you bless this couple and pledge, now and forever, to support and strengthen this marriage by upholding Sarah and Kevin with your love and concern? If so, answer, we do.
We do.
Kevin and Sarah, as we conclude, let me be the first to assure you that the strongest and sweetest songs yet remain to be sung. And now, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the First Nation Church, and in accordance with the laws of the Church in the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now exchange a kiss to seal your vows. We'll now invite everyone to join the bride and groom for a cocktail hour outside the barn, and our reception will begin at 7 o'clock. And it gives me great honor to introduce for the first time as husband and wife, Sarah Ho and Kevin Feeney.